Mid-Buckeye Conference rivals square off inside the Cub Cave tonight, where Shelby Grover and her Lucas squad look to continue their dominance over Mansfield Christian in a key conference clash for outright second place within the league. It's live, it's free, and it's only on the OH Report, streaming right into the palm of your hands on smartphones, tablets, TVs, and PCs. And it's coming your way next.
Hi guys, my name is Mackenzie Weaver, and I cannot wait for you guys to watch high school volleyball live and free on the OH Report. So stick around, in a couple seconds you're going to hear me and the rest of the crew as we go through some starting lineups and the match.
Columbus, Ohio, get ready for the exciting gospel stage play, The Family Matters. It's coming to the historic Lincoln Theater on Friday, September 16th, featuring recording artist and Kingdom Image Award winner Mr. James Williams, along with an all-star cast of performers sure to keep you laughing and stir your soul with a theatrical performance unlike any other. Tickets are now available. Visit thefamilymatters.net for more information. It's The Family Matters, a musical stage play, Friday, September 16th. Be there.
Incredible women. I wish they had those kind of cool careers for women when we were growing up.
So in this flashback, we're all the same age?
Yeah.
What does everyone want to be when they grow up?
If I say 2 jobs, do I get extra credit?
No.
I want to make immersive video games. I want to revolutionize 3D printing. I want to analyze data from the cloud.
I want to be a meteor.
You mean meteorologist?
No.
That's great, Al. Follow your dreams.
For the record, I was a baby in the 70s.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. If you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
Need to catch up on some action? Check out the Friday Night Pigskin featuring all of the football highlights from the area at 11:30 every Friday on the OH Report.
Well, welcome back to the Mechanics Bank pre-match coverage here on the OH Report alongside Mackenzie Weaver. I am Brian Skorotsky. There's a lot on the line tonight here, Miss Weaver. Both teams 3-1 in the Mid-Buckeye Conference, so everybody chasing Loudonville, of course. You don't want to fall too far back. The Birds are pretty good. You need a win here to stay in the chase.
And, you know, the last time that I saw them play, Lucas struggled a little bit. I'm interested to see how they bounce back. Is their first ball contact getting a little bit better? Are they about halfway through the season? Are they working their way towards that? Let's see. Are they finally making some connections, and they're going to be able to put some balls away tonight?
Yeah, for both teams, at times they have struggled during the season. They've also had some big ups, too, with Mansfield Christian checking in with 6 wins. Lucas has the 7 on the season. So both of these teams, as long as they're playing well, Mackenzie, they can win this match. They can certainly get a couple of sets.
And, you know, it's all about establishing that rhythm because, again, volleyball is a game of momentum, so they just got to take it one ball at a time because each point is worth 1. We cannot live and die by just a single point.
It almost be kind of fun if they invented like a 2-point smash, like if you had a block so good or something. I
would appreciate that. That would have come in handy when I was in high school.
But since it is not yet in the volleyball ranks of the high school level, we're going to play 1 point at a time. But first, we are going to honor America with the playing of our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner. All right, let's go ahead and see what's been cooking with the Flames so far this season as we dive into their team spotlight. 6 wins and 10 tries, as I mentioned. Coming off of back-to-back losses, though, so not much momentum on their side. And then when you look at the kill percentage and also the hitting percentage, Mackenzie, I got to imagine that's probably lower compared to maybe the national average or at least within the area.
Yeah, so it looks like if you want to put like 2 zeros behind it, I like to think of it in like baseball numbers. So you want to be hitting like 300 in baseball, you're hitting pretty good. I would like to see that kill percentage get up to maybe like 45, 50%. That's like every other ball. Again, you want your kill percentage to be up as high as you can, and you get that up by having like a first ball kill, so pass, set, hit, kill. It gets it up pretty quick. And that hitting percentage is going to go up the longer that they stay in system and they're not making mental errors. I would rather see maybe the kill percentage go up just a little bit and their hitting percentage go up. That means they're minimizing the amount of errors that they're having.
All right, let's turn the spotlight now on the home team tonight. Lucas checking in at 7-4 on the season. Of course, both have matching 3-1 records in the Mid-Buckeye Conference and likably better hitting and kill percentage. Not up to those great standards that you were talking about, but an improvement from that of Mansfield Christian.
Yeah, and it was an improvement greatly from the last time that I watched them play. You know, I think that they played Loudonville the last time they played Loudonville the last time that I watched them play. Loudonville was super solid in system. Their setter did a great job of establishing middles early, but Lucas kind of went away from what went well for them, and that was their first ball contact. When their first ball contact was in there, they were able to deliver a hittable ball for Shelby Grover. Now, again, she is a great hitter, but you can't make chicken salad out of chicken crap sometimes. So it's kind of got to be in a certain area. Give her 3 to 5 feet to work with, and give her a little height, and then she's able to see the court really well.
Speaking of Shelby Grover, she is our player spotlight tonight, and you'll look at these numbers for the All-Ohioan. Ridiculous compared to a lot of the girls here within the area. 167 kills. I mean, we're only at the halfway point of the season right now. And 5.2 kills per set, that's the highest of any player that I've personally covered this season.
Oh, wow. So, I mean, this is the highest that I've seen. Like, I haven't seen these numbers per se. I like that the 22 aces. That means she's really going at it at the end line. It's kind of like you're flirting with on the edge of how aggressive you want to be, and how, remember, you got 900 square feet. It's easier to put a ball in the volleyball court than it is to shoot a free throw. So she's keeping the ball in the court, and she's being aggressive at the same time.
Let's take a look at our keys to the game tonight. We will begin with the Lucas Cubs, and I'll break down for you, Mackenzie, what I think is going to help them here tonight get their 3rd consecutive win. And it all kind of hinges on, hey, can we get somebody else not named Shelby to step up? But at the same time, how about you feed the beast and get nice complementary play all the way around?
Absolutely. So when she's in the front row, it's super important that their first ball contact is good enough so when she plays in the middle to establish their middle. That means you pull a middle blocker, and that means you have one-on-one on your pins. So one-on-one means you have one hitter for one blocker. It gives them, especially those underclassmen that are stepping up on the outside, opportunities and confidence because it can be a little daunting when you're a freshman. You're afraid to make a mistake, and when you're afraid to make a mistake, that's when you end up making the errors itself. So let's hopefully their first ball contact's good so they can run that middle and run her until she makes a mistake or makes a couple errors, and then other people are going to be able to step up and contribute.
And as we're going to get the first serve of the night here from Brianna Osborne, we'll take a look at our keys to the game as well for Mansfield Christian, who have not won here in the Cub Cave in quite some time. So they're clearly jonesing for a win, and what we mean by that, it's a little bit of a play on words with Kylia Jones, who I think is a really stud outside hitter for them. They got to feed her, and then if you can, don't really shy away from Shelby. Yeah, I know she's a stud, but sometimes you just got to go right at their best player, at least test her.
Yeah, and you know what? Keep her honest. Allow her to make an error, make her a couple errors, and do something that you weren't going to expect. So hit 3 or 4 balls, then tip. Go off speed, go off the block. Make the mistake, make their defense, make their blocks, make the error. Give yourself a little bit of confidence and keep going to what works over and over.
So it's a quick start here for Lucas. They've got the opening point of the match. And here is Jones, cross court. And this will be a bit of a free ball set up here for Mansfield Christian. A chance for them to capitalize. Good set, but dug out solidly by the Cubs. Another set, this time to the middle. And it's going to be 1-1 now. Mansfield Christian getting on the board. Not a ton of pace behind that last shot, but
hey, what works? If it works, keep going for it.
Here's Grover at the net, and you see she just floats. She looks a little bit different than your standard player, able to make decisions literally within midair.
Yeah, and you know, it's nice that you have the hang time like that. Can't say that I had that. She hangs in the air for a while, and she can probably jump, come back down, go back up again, and then make a decision.
So Lucas back on top here, 2-1. And the libero with the serve. It's a nice one at the back line. And a bit of a miscue there by Mansfield Christian after what was a pretty solid serve. Another play into the net, so back-to-back miscues and unforced errors here for MC. Quick start for the Lucas Cubs, trying to keep it rolling now.
Good off-block play. Good coverage.
They're going to set it up for Shelby at the net. And she's going to get the point. Just so hard to handle that. She hits it. I mean, just look at how hard she strikes the ball just about every time.
Yeah, and you know, when there's pace on the ball like that, you got to kind of find the way to keep it on their side. So I like to see maybe if they pass that ball at 10 feet, keep it on their side, they're going to be able to do something with it.
Stamridge had it sent right back in her direction.
And I would keep going off speed if I could. And there she went.
So Reagan Standridge earning her first point here of this opening set. And that's the girl that you would compare, she's there, Shelby Grover, like really dominating in terms of what a weapon she's been for them with her kills, kill percentage. She leads the team in almost every statistical category.
It's a pretty good in-system ball. I would run it. There you go. And that's how they're going to be successful tonight. You know, give her opportunities where she's going to be successful to pull those middle blockers. So keep her in the middle when she's hitting and playing middle. Right now, she's going to stay. Yep, as she checks in, and it's going to give them the opportunity to have one-on-one blockers. She's going to hold them in the middle.
Maya Midkiff just rotated in for Lucas. She's a freshman. They like her a lot out here in Cubs country.
She works super hard. And, you know, there was the last game that I watched her play. She was making some hitting errors, so she was either hit or miss. And I like that she was continuing to swing even when things were uncomfortable, because in situations like that, if you tell a freshman, it's like, stop swinging at the ball, you're just going to knock their confidence down. Not intentionally, but then they're going to get scared. So I would rather see her, like, make the errors and be super aggressive and then see the court than to shy away from it. Ooh. Close.
Yeah, just missed with that one, so Lucas extends their largest lead here in this opening set. It's 5. And they've got the ball in the hands of Abigail Smith, the junior, at the service stripe.
Ooh, a little long.
Yeah, rocketed that one out of play, so a side out and a chance for Mansfield Christian to try to dig themselves out of this little hole and get back into this first set.
Yeah, they just need these little runs and bunches. So, again, you don't need to go back to the service line every time and serve 10, 15 points. Your responsibility is when you go back to the service line, serve tough, serve in. Give yourself 2 or 3 points at a time. Little runs in 2 to 3. It gets things going right there.
Not going to get 2 or 3 as Grover just smashes the onion right there. Probably her best strike so far in this match.
I know this is where they put mid-kip in the middle, which I like because it makes her a little bit more marketable. She's able to play multiple positions, and I like that. I hope that maybe she can go back and play a little bit of defense tonight so she can jump and swing out of the back row, get a little bit more confident.
Going to get a timeout taken by Mansfield Christian and head coach Barb McCleary, who you were telling me has been here for quite a while, huh?
Yeah, she's been playing since I was in school, and a little bit before that. We never played Mansfield Christian when I was in school. I think we had a scrimmage or 2 with them when we had the Lexington tournament back in the day, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, she's been around the volleyball circuit for quite some time now. Done a great job with what she's had to work with. Mansfield Christian, they don't have a lot of population. It's a smaller school, but they do the best that they can with the numbers that they have. A lot of small schools, you got to share athletes, you got to share sports. Does a great job with that.
We want to hear from you, the fans out there watching in both Facebook and YouTube land. Drop us a comment. Let us know who you're cheering for tonight. Always love to know also, where are you watching tonight's match from? And you just might end up in our fan zone, so be part of the game. Grover with the serve.
It's a good spot. She's aiming for like the last 5 feet of the court.
We'll set it up
it's
here.
A great set.
Yeah, well struck too by Brianna Osborne, the senior. Just smashes
That's
it.
a great. When she goes to swing, her thumb stays high. She stays open cross court, and she's just cutting that thumb high to that deep zone 1 corner. That's a great swing. It's a great serve.
And the run continues here for Lucas. 8-point cushion for him now. Make it 9. Grover entered the match far and away the most service points earned for the Cubs so far in the season, and adding to those totals so far right here.
And those are tough serves. They're coming really fast, really low.
Shelby, a multiple-time All-Ohioan.
Great serve. She's going zone to zone. A little tight.
But it works out. Boyer coming up, making the swing, and a hit.
And, you know, when you go on runs like this, you can't get caught watching. You can't caught, oh, yay, she's going back and she's serving. We're just going to get an easy free ball. They've got to be super tuned in, super focused, make everything super precise.
Excellent block set up at the net that time, though. Return to sender from Bella Rayburn.
And, you know, her hands are up, so she's not super high above the net, but she's just low with her wrist pressed across.
The Flames, though, man, that's a tough one for them as they're already down 10. Make it 11 with that miscue. And with Standridge at the line, you're expecting your junior to step up and make some big plays.
Yeah, and it's her responsibility. You know, you're not underclassmen, you're not a sophomore anymore. This is where you kind of come into your own. You find your niche, you find what you're good at. And if that's your responsibility to go in and get an ace, you go in and get an ace.
That's exactly what Samantha Darling just did there. It was tough to tell. You think that was by design that she hit it like that, or maybe just a misstrike worked out?
Maybe. I think she was aiming short anyway. Maybe that one was. but that was a really good service zone, that first serve.
See if Mansfield Christian can do anything with the side out.
It's pretty good in system. I'd like to see her use her hands on that.
Back-to-back points, I believe, for the first time in this opening set here for the Lady Flames. Have to string together quite a few more to get back into this one. And just nobody talking out there, Mackenzie.
Yeah, you know, when things get rough and uncomfortable, the first thing that you want to do is you want to retreat into your shell because you worry so much about the mistakes that you're making and the errors that you're making, when really, in this moment and opportunity is when you want to talk the most. Hit the person's hand beside you like, hey, you have to have short-term memory loss. You have to accept it, realize it, you made the error, move on. You got to accept all of that in about like 5 or 10 seconds time because the next ball's coming at you. That's a great cross-court set. Good off-block coverage. I like she's swinging tough.
And Osborne gets another point here in this first set.
You know, she's swinging high. She's not trying to hit straight down. She sees the court really well. Just trying to find what's open and available. I would rather see somebody hit shots than to try to hit that straight down because it gives you an opportunity later in the year. You're going to need those shots.
That one airmailed a bit from Hadley Kramer.
She had a location she was going to, just a little bit too underneath it, didn't get on top of that ball and snapping down.
So Lucas now just 5 points away from taking this opening set. 4 points now.
That's a really good pushback. I know that was kind of out of system, but she worked super hard with her feet to get behind that serve receive ball.
Osborne again.
You know, she's swinging high.
Here's Stanridge.
Ooh, big block.
Ooh. Yeah, into the double block. And the scramble won't result in any type of delicious omelet here for Lucas. So back over to the Flames with lots of work to be done.
This is where you got to chip away because I don't know if they can pull off a comeback here, but you got to gain momentum for the next match. You got to find out, okay, where did our game plan go wrong? Where are we making our errors? Where can we settle down and we can take a deep breath? And where are the rotations where we're going to score lots of points?
That was the senior Strickler. Bumping Lucas up to 23 now.
It's a great serve. A really flat, super low, right? Like I think 2 of those little tick marks above the antenna. It's a great serve.
16 set points coming up here for the Lucas Cubs. Looking to continue their dominance against Mansfield Christian. They have owned this series.
So out of system. That's a good out of system ball for her. It's over. I like that they're not getting caught watching. Oh, that's a great back ball.
Now they're going to set it up for Grover
Yep.
at the net.
Good
and
swing.
she crushes the crouton for the opening set, 25-8. We'll be back in a little bit of trivia on the way to start set number 2. Keep it here.
Hi guys, don't go anywhere. Set 2 will be on its way here in just a second.
Columbus, Ohio, get ready for the exciting gospel stage play, The Family Matters. It's coming to the historic Lincoln Theater on Friday, September 16th, featuring recording artist and Kingdom Image Award winner Mr. James Williams, along with an all-star cast of performers sure to keep you laughing and stir your soul with a theatrical performance unlike any other. Tickets are now available. Visit thefamilymatters.net for more information. It's The Family Matters, a musical stage play, Friday, September 16th. Be there.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. If you car dance to this song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
Domination in the opening set by the Lucas Cubs, 25-8. They handle business big time. And speaking of business, how about these great ones? Park National Bank, Ohio Valley Manufacturing, and Mechanics Bank. Thanks to these sponsors, you are watching live and free right now. We could not do it without them. Ohio Valley hiring right now. They've got great wages for some great jobs. Mechanics Bank and Park, they both offer such great financing. Great ability for checking for the younger generation as well. Just so much to like about all three of these very generous sponsors. And a lot to like for the Lucas Cubs in that first set and the way that they played, Mackenzie.
Absolutely. So a little bit of numbers. So I was saying earlier how hitting percentage in volleyball is like a baseball number. So the higher it is, the better you're hitting. So looking at the numbers, they had 12 kills on 17 attempts with only one hitting error that entire match. So they were hitting 647. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. That's hitting 600 is almost unheard of. Usually, like one of your middles hit 600 because they don't get as many sets. But they did a great job. Shelby Grover did take over in that match, but they also gave opportunity when she was pulling blockers to give those other girls opportunities to gain some more confidence. And again, with the blockers being pulled, they have a lot of shots that they were able to hit, and I want them to continue hitting those open areas and locations because the later they get into the tournament, they're going to have to do those. They're not going to be able to hit straight down. They're not going to be able to hit cross court or right to zone one because someone's going to be playing defense there.
So an excellent start here for the Lady Cubs as they lead at 1-0. And as mentioned before the break, we've got a little bit of trivia. So I'll pose this question to you, Mackenzie.
Okay.
These are conference rivals, of course, so they're playing 2 times each and every year. When was the last time during the regular season that Mansfield Christian defeated Lucas?
Oh, my God, I'm terrible with trivia. How long do I have to ponder that thought?
So, yeah, take as long as you want. You know, you can watch some more of this second set and see if it starts jarring any memories in your brain of, you know, maybe a set or a match that you watched in the past or something. So that is our trivia question for the night.
Okay. Great serve. You
Yeah.
love a good ace.
Right. On the money that time by Maya Midkiff, and even better when it's a 9th grader out there serving up the sauce.
Absolutely. You know, you got to give those freshmen those opportunities, and I like how she just keeps going back at it. I don't want that confidence even when she makes it there to deter her. She swings. She's super, super athletic, and sometimes she makes the right volleyball move. It's just not well executed yet, but that comes with more practice as she's just young.
That one played by Blackledge. They'll set it up here near side. And Cofferty, she knows that she had a good opportunity there and just missed one. So back to even here. Mansfield Christian with the rock. And it's Katie Hillman.
And it was out.
Just a bit outside with that one. Decent placement. About 6 inches out of the court.
It's kind of like when you want to have on tennis, like in the U.S. Open or at Wimbledon, you want that sky cam. Like, how close was it to that line? Ooh.
Yeah, that one not very close.
No.
Off the serve from Abigail Smith.
You know, my rule of thumb is you got to get at least one in, but no CSSs. So that's like no first missed serves, no missed serves after a timeout, after a sub. If there's like an error or something going on, like back-to-back serves, those are all CSSs, and you want to try to eliminate those. The cardinal sins of serving, as I like to call them.
So you see our trivia question up at the top of the screen. Fire off some answers out there.
Yeah, try to help me out because I'm not entirely sure.
Curious if anybody in Facebook or YouTube potentially was at a match or heard of a match the last time Mansfield Christian beat Lucas. Maybe it was last year, maybe a couple years ago, maybe it's been longer. I'll give you a hint, Mackenzie, okay?
Okay.
Last year, Lucas did sweep Mansfield Christian 3-1, 3-0. So it's at least been since before 2021. That I'll tell you.
Okay. Let me ponder this thought a moment. Can I get another hit? Can I ask for a hit and you give me like a gentle like a breath if I'm on the right track? Was it before 2015? Can you tell me that?
This is the hint that I'll give you.
Okay.
The last time Mansfield Christian defeated Lucas, Wide Awake by Katy Perry was the #1 hit song in the country during that day.
Okay.
I'm wide awake.
I know
you
the song. I know the song. I love Katy Perry.
Just listened to her on a podcast yesterday, actually.
Oh, I love a good podcast.
Yeah, she was on the Smartless podcast, my personal favorite. If you guys don't indulge, please do. Very good.
I listen like the murder mysteries ones where it's like his arms were cut off. His head was cut off. I listened to the I listen to those. I don't know. It's just like you talk like the serial killers or like the weird ones, like the weird murders or oh gosh.
So after some discussion, the point is going to belong over to Mansfield Christian. Now, are there any good volleyball podcasts out there that you listen to or maybe would recommend?
There is one, Victoria Garret. She played at USC, and she does like this really good body positivity podcast where it talks about like, okay, what does your body look like after you're done playing? How do you adjust? It's a lot of topics that young women, especially high school kids, girls that are in college, and especially college athletes when they're done, it's like, okay, where do I go from here? Like, I'm not an athlete anymore. Who am I? And it's a little weird. But she's super, super good.
Speaking of super good, Shelby Grover says Red Rover, Red Rover. No one's going to send that back over.
Okay, I think I have an answer.
Okay.
Okay. 2013.
That is a very good guess, Mackenzie, but it is not correct.
Okay, anybody who's listening, it is not 2013. So I have eliminated 2 dates for you. 2 dates. Ooh, we love a yummy. Again.
The hit song the following week, the top on the charts, was Demi Lovato that same year with Give Your Heart a Break. And then the following year, it was Whistle by Flo Rida.
Am I really this old? I said 2014 or did I say 2013?
You guessed 13.
Okay.
Stanridge rifles it right on cue. Oh, I thought that was in.
It was out. It was close. It was out by a hair, a dull hair. Very, very, very out, but very close.
All right, after this next point, we'll go ahead and give you guys the answer to our trivia question of the night.
I was in.
So Stanridge gets a little bit of redemption. And to win tonight would be redemption for the first time since 2012 is the answer to your trivia question.
Oh, I was so close.
Almost 10 years ago to the day.
Wow.
So it's been a long time. Since they've been conference rivals, Mansfield Christian has not beat Lucas in a Mid-Buckeye Conference game. Matter of fact, I believe that was the last match that they played before they became conference enemies.
That was my first week of high school.
Wow.
2012. Oh, God. I'm showing my age. Oh.
And that was the year that I finished college.
Oh, my goodness.
So it's been a minute. We do have some bonus trivia action for you. So how many straight regular season games has it been? Well, we've got the answer up there. So 18 in a row in the regular season for Lucas now. Looking for lucky number 19 here tonight. But a much more inspired effort here in the second set by Mansfield Christian. They've almost got their point total that they had in the first. But not here. Midkiff coming through with the points
And
for
you
the
know,
Cubs.
what you always have to say is, a team's not going to roll over and die after a first match, especially when you beat them as significantly as you did in the first set. You have to realize, okay, maybe it was just the jitters. Maybe they had a different lineup. We don't know. But Lucas in here, they've made a couple sub changes. They put a couple kids in. They're giving some youth some opportunity to step up in here and see if they can handle it.
Sick placement that time from Stanridge. And a much-needed point just to keep pace here.
Yeah, just a little off speed, making the libero move forward. She wasn't low. Have to remind her, stay low to the ball, take a couple more receptions. She'll be right underneath that. Great pass in system.
And that one, a swing into the net from Sydney Blackledge. MC hanging tough here in set number 2. Rayburn, though, with an unforced error, and those are the ones I know, and it makes your blood curdle just a little bit.
I looked away. I made my little tick mark on my paper. I'm like, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything. Those are my icks.
Nothing to see here.
No, it's just my mom always said it's like serving it's like a free throw. Everybody makes their free throws. Why can't everybody make their serves? You got more space. I'm like, this is true.
Well, unfortunately, at the high school level, I think the average is like 55% on a free throw at the high school level. So that those given plays that you think aren't so easy for these youngsters, but this freshman at times has made it look easy.
Yeah, and I like that she's still staying aggressive. She's hitting the right locations. I wish she would get a little bit on top of the ball more, snap it down and in front. Her wrist is a little back. That's going to come with more time that she spends playing some higher level club, jumping and swinging at more balls. I'd like to see her hit out of the back row a little bit more. That'll build that snap that she has on the ball.
Grover from the back line lasered it. And that one well out of bounds from Kramer. See the libero just put her hand over her mouth as soon as Cameron hit it. She was just like, oh, gee.
Oh, heavens.
You're going to have those. I mean, it's not always going to be perfect. You always try to aim for perfection. And that one, they say, tipped. So a bit of a break there for Lucas. Nice athletic play, the running play to make that happen there from Shoemaker. Now Jones had to drift away when she hit that one. And the block was there, and it worked.
I just had an epiphany. I don't know if anybody else realized this. I don't know why I'm realizing this now. There's no down official.
Nope, just one here tonight.
Okay, I went and looked. I was like looking for the dude that makes it. I'm like, okay, and we're back.
Every high school sport seemingly in an official shortage right now.
I can see why. The people that have been doing it forever and ever are kind of getting out of it. And my generation of people, I mean, I could do that, but that involves standing. I like the location where I have a fan on me right now. I have a seat, comfy headset. It's a cushy job up here.
Yeah, I mean, life
Not
is
moving
good.
back and forth. I got no complaints here.
Nobody's yelling at you, and if they are, it's in the internet chat room. So
And I don't have to care about it. It's fantastic.
And now a fantastic run being put together by Lucas. This thing's been tight up until now. All of a sudden looking to pull away, 5-point cushion.
And, you know, I like that ace. That's a crucial point for them. That's long. Those are, I want to say that's out. But again, I say nothing.
After the miss hit from Rebecca Capustar, a TO taken by Coach McCleary. As Lucas trying to go up 2-0 here at home and continue their gaudy win streak, looking for 19 consecutive victories over Mansfield Christian in the regular season. Crazy run. And also for the Cubs, looking for 3 straight wins, coming off of back-to-back sweeps at St. Peter's and then versus Kidron Central Christian.
Okay.
So 2 league wins for them. Mansfield Christian, on the other hand, just got smoked pretty good by Loudonville, but pretty much everybody in the league has been having problems with them. Also lost to South Central, a team that Lucas was able to beat in a 5-set thriller here inside of the Cub Cave.
So what is their official, like, halfway through the season? Have they already started their halfway play yet? Or are they, I know that sounds bad, I don't know, but I'm like, everybody's season a little bit different. Everybody started at different times. Each conference has a different number of teams. When do they start their halfway mark?
This is about it.
This is about it? Okay.
I think next week, basically, for most of our area teams, is the midway point of the season.
Midway point, okay.
Tough play down low, and Blackledge can't make it. And hey, you looking to be a referee? That's where you can apply. I know from sitting in on a conference meeting about a month ago that they are just so desperate for football referees. I mean, they got guys traveling all over the place. They've got an abundance of them in Columbus that they're sending all over, but in our area, I mean, we don't have enough to do games a lot of times, and certainly you can see that's the case here for volleyball. They've had to reschedule many soccer matches that I'm aware of this season just because they only have
so many to go
two
around.
officials. Yeah, tough. Jones handled well here by Lucas, and great placement on that shot by Strickler.
You know, she kind of cut that inside that block, little off speed.
So it gets the ball into the hands of Maddie Boyer. They'll set it up. Stanridge on the run.
Great dig. Oh.
Even better hit as it scores a point here for the Flames. Definitely an athletic play just to keep it up in the air, though. As was that one. So free ball. Let's see if Mansfield Christian can do anything with it. Stanridge delivers again. Or does she?
It's just close. I mean, it's the right location. She's got it open. I think she's just missing it.
You are correct. Thought perhaps that was tipped by a Lucas player. It was not. So the Cubs stay in control here. 5-point advantage. Now Stanridge again. Man, they are looking to feed her. But Grover bells them out.
Oh, no. Those are the worst. Those are the worst.
Not if you're a Maya Howard or her fan base. The sophomore with the lets it down to the ground.
Just a little unlucky. Good pass in system. Oh.
Rough swing that time for Brown. So Mansfield Christian's pulse continues to thump here in this second set. Stanridge hasn't been great so far tonight on the serve. But she's going to start off here with an ace.
That's their third this set. Hey, you got to do what you got to do. How you make it happen, doesn't matter. An ace is an ace is an ace.
And that's her 26th so far on the season.
Good ball in system. I like, yep, good spot.
Everyone's scrambling around for the Lady Flames, but they make it work. Now Stamridge again, I mean, just about every player they're trying to get it to her, and I saw in their statistics, coming into tonight, she had 436 attempts, Mackenzie. I don't think anybody
on
else
the year
had more than 200.
On the year?
On the year.
Oh, her poor shoulder. Oh, her poor shoulder, sweetie. Oh, sweetie, get some ice on that. I wouldn't let her hit a ball in practice. Be like, honey, you don't get to hit a ball at practice. You just exist. Wow. I don't even think I ever had that many attempts. It was close. Not that much, but it was close.
Yeah, there's something in basketball called the usage rate. I'm not sure if they have that same quantifiable statistic in volleyball, but hers would probably be pretty high.
Yeah, I think that she needs to make sure that her rotator cuff is still intact. She hits the ball 400 times. Holy crap.
Well, she did just come up with 4 straight points here, so things tightening up a little bit in set number 2. Cubs with a point here would be big. And they'll set it up here near side. Another chance for Blackledge. Dug out well. Third time here for Sydney.
Oh. Still staying aggressive, and it happens. It gets down.
Excellent rally.
That's a big momentum point here. For Lucas, they're going to probably try to close it off here.
Mansfield Christian wants one more timeout. And again, we want to hear from you, the fans out there. Where are we at in the fan zone tonight? Drop us a comment. Tell us about some of your favorite players that are competing here tonight. Tell us where you're taking in the contest from. All those good things, and we will feature you right here on the broadcast.
On a side topic, ready to hear the saddest thing I heard all day? The saddest thing. Roger Federer's retiring. Tennis?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's like a stab to the heart. He's my dude. That's my guy. When I play pickleball, I try like I'm imagining when I go play with my mom, like I'm Roger Federer with the one-arm backhand. Oh, people, if you just knew how heartbroken I was. It was like when Andy Roddick retired. My mom went into like literally into a depression for about a week. I'm like, Mom, it's okay. And then I told her today, and she's like, are you okay? I'm like, no, really, I'm not. It's my guy.
Yeah, how about Serena and the Fed?
Oh.
Both retiring within a month of each other.
Oh, good God. Well, I know that he's doing the LeVar Cup.
Yes,
so that's
he's got one more.
One more. Oh, gosh.
So make sure you get to see all those one-handed backhands in action.
Oh, goodness gracious. That's my guy. He's just got a sweet smile.
Yeah, I think the 3 bigwigs, of course, in tennis, they're all so awesome to watch, but then they're great interviews. They're fun to hear in the post-game press conferences, and they're just nice guys. And
oh, yeah.
All pretty handsome, too.
Oh, Raji's a good-looking dude. When I said, like, oh, I'm depressed, I'm like, I don't get to see him play. And that's my guy, for sure.
Understood, reading between the lines there. Another side out for Lucas. They get the serve right back, and they'll rotate in Strickler. She's got the rock on hand.
And you know what's sad, and this is kind of off topic, but it's about tennis. It's like we want who's going to be the next Serena, and I feel bad for the girls, like the Americans that are left, because it's like Serena would want you to be your own player. You know what I mean? Like be your own, like Coco Gauff, like you be your own you, or be whoever you need to be, and like make the best of what you have, because like no one's going to be Serena Williams, like no one's going to be Michael Jordan. So like don't try to compare the greats. They're going to be great in their own ways. Sorry about that, guys. I was on my soapbox there for a minute.
Hey, it's a great run right here for Shoemaker and company. And she got a little bit lucky off that last serve. Not so much this time, off target. And it's going to be set point here for Lucas. They'll have a couple of them.
Yeah, and this was probably a little bit too close after looking at that first match, winning 25-8. 24-21 is a little too close for them. I can feel it. They're just like, okay, what are we doing? And they're just kind of panicking. And again, the worst thing you could do in volleyball is to panic. The ball, I have to tell myself, the ball is not coming at me as fast as I think it is. I have time to think. If you slow that ball down in your head, you will have enough time to make a decision.
That time Blackledge looked like she was in between decisions in her own mind, just stuck out the arm last second, and at least the Mansfield Christian having an opportunity here. Nice setup and even better block, though, by Grover. One of the highest leaping players in the area, if not the best athlete, but not this time. Boom.
And she's looking to cut it back to the center, which was the right move to do. And she's got a block that big. I would rather see it. She's been swinging all night. Give them a tip. Give them something off speed. Make their wing defenders play some defense here.
See if Shelby can get it over. She will. So free ball. Big spot here for MC. And guess who? Yeah. Stamridge keeping it alive. Grover with a very rare miss hit. We showed you the kill percentage before the match, 56% on the season. And you saw the look on her face. She wanted that one back, clearly.
Yeah, and I think that they're trying really hard right now to be perfect, or they're playing not to lose. And in that circumstance, if you're playing not to lose and you're playing complacent, you're going to put yourself in a position where you're going to make stupid errors and stuff that you would never make in practice. You're going to do in a game.
Here's Reagan. Kaboom! MC with a chance to come back and square things up at a set apiece. How big this would be for them. Timeout taken by Paige Sauter. What's happened here, Mackenzie? We saw Lucas. I think they were able to open up a 6-point cushion. It was like 17-11, and all of a sudden, Mansfield Christian, I mean, look at them on top.
I mean, what I've been noticing is that statistically, like back and forth again, they've been attacking zone 1 on the court. So whenever their best hitter is hitting either out of the back row or the front row, you look at it like that one kind of snuck over. But they've been hitting zone 1. She's been going to the line. Their first ball in contact starting to go. Sydney Grover's getting complacent. She's just swinging and not watching the block. So that ball that she got blocked, she shouldn't have been able to get blocked if she would have just waited, kept that ball out in front of her, and seen the block and not swing for an area. Because sometimes you're so comfortable, like, oh, if I know if I swing here, it's going to score. Well, if you wait, give yourself an extra second and let that ball get in front of you, you're going to be able to see a little bit more locations on the court, and you're going to avoid the block entirely.
So now such a big spot here for Mansfield Christian. To come back and steal one and tie things up here to set a piece would be massive. They'll set it up, Grover. Back in her face. Now to Reagan for the set. Dug out. Jones ties things up. Mansfield Christian in extra time, 26-24. We've got a match on our hands, folks. Keep it here, set 3 on the way after this.
All right, guys, set number 3 is on its way. We'll be back in just a second.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. If you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
Columbus, Ohio, get ready for the exciting gospel stage play, The Family Matters. It's coming to the historic Lincoln Theater on Friday, September 16th, featuring recording artist and Kingdom Image Award winner Mr. James Williams, along with an all-star cast of performers sure to keep you laughing and stir your soul with a theatrical performance unlike any other. Tickets are now available. Visit thefamilymatters.net for more information. It's The Family Matters, a musical stage play, Friday, September 16th. Be there.
Third set action about on the way here at Lucas, where a bit of a stunned Lady Cubs team right now, finding themselves all square with Mansfield Christian, 1 apiece, as we welcome you back inside the Cub Cave. I'm Brian Skronsky with Mackenzie Weaver. And Lucas, their head coach, Paige Sauter, kind of tore into them there after that last set. And it looked like maybe some uninspired play, and the numbers will support that.
Yeah, you know, looking at numbers again, I mean, Mansfield Christian hit 304. They did a great job. Limited, they only had 2 hitting errors on the match. And, you know, Stanridge kept going to zone 1 and having shots on the court. And sometimes she wasn't hitting that hard. She was hitting to places, and there wasn't any inspired defense behind it. I'm a person like, okay, you're leaving digs out on the floor. You're not even making an effort, or you dive and, like, your arm's not even out. You have got to make an attempt, at least read. They're reacting to the ball on defense where they need to be reading, being stopped, and then making an aggressive move to the ball. Lucas was hitting .801. Let's put that into perspective. In the first match, they were hitting 600. Or in the first set, they were hitting 600. To drop below 100, that's not acceptable.
Right.
That's just me being me and saying that as a player and as a coach and as as an observer. There's just not acceptable play to go from that high to that low, and one significant and like 2 minutes in between a match. That should never happen for any team. So let's see if they're able to respond here.
They'll have the first serve from the right hand of Maya Midkiff. Now they'll set it up for Grover, and the All-Ohioan just bamboozles the round ball right there.
I mean, I think they needed it after the second set that they had. She has a big hole, essentially a one-on-one to kind of do what she wants with it.
Mackenzie eating her dinner right now, so I'll take over most
Sorry,
of the commentary.
I don't eat dinner, guys. I promise I won't be chomping into the mic. I promise.
Another play by Grover, and that's another one of those hang time plays that we saw very early on in the match, and she hasn't had to utilize it a lot, but just able to stay up in the air a second longer than the opponent. Obviously, it helps.
She's tipping the ball. She did a great job of seeing and making sure that the defense has to move forward. Tipping right to them and making them move. When you're hitting the ball directly at somebody, you're not making them having to make a tough decision about left, right, short, deep. They just put their arms together and hope the ball goes up. But making them move forward, usually and typically with girls, they stand up, make a move, then go back down. They lose a second, they end up having to dive for the ball.
So the score was Shelby Grover 3, Mansfield Christian nada. Now the unforced error makes it 4-zip in favor of Lucas as this service run continues for the freshman.
Oh, I love that. That was nice. I enjoyed that. That was very visually stimulating. But she's down.
Right into the face of Adele Kramer. So when there's that much juice behind it, you hope that it doesn't shake up the brain or.
I've done that before. I mean, it feels good to hit a ball like that, but it hit her right in the eyes.
Yeah, I think that maybe it's just making her kind of tear up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, she hit that really hard.
Got to see this again on the replay.
Yeah, she got hit right in the eyes.
But that's what you get with a girl that can jump. I mean,
she jumps well.
I'm going to have to ask her after the match what her vertical leap is. She's got to be in the mid-20s, 25, 26, maybe might even jump higher than that.
And she doesn't high jump in track?
I know that she's a great hurdler.
Hurdler, okay.
Believe she is a long jumper.
Okay.
I know that she's a multiple-time All-Ohioan in track, volleyball, also basketball. She's a 3-sport All-Ohioan. That's a kind of a rarity, even at a small school. So Adele is up, walking over to the bench.
I'm going to just speculate that's probably a concussion. I'm going to say that probably is. She got hit pretty hard.
Well, if you're going by the Brett Favre standard, I'm not sure if you heard his interview from earlier in the week where he commented on, based on today's standard of what a concussion is, he felt like he had thousands.
Oh, probably.
During his football career, dating from Pee Wee through the end of his NFL career.
Oh, when you think about it, and I read this when because we were talking about in my English, my student teaching placement, we were talking about like the concussion movie for some reason that came up, and I had to tell the kids, I don't think you realize when you're in a car accident, you have like multiple accidents that go on. So like the cars get in an accident, your body in the car goes in an accident, your internal organs against your body because everything's moving forward and it's stopping, and then your brain inside your head. So there's like 3 or 4 accidents that go on in one car accident at a time, which is kind of crazy.
And it's a bit of an accident here early on in this third set for Mansfield Christian. I thought that they were going to come out riding a big wave of energy, and instead it's been super flat. And, you know, obviously the momentum just killed right there with their young freshman getting smashed in the face. So just not looking great here for MC. And you hope that they don't check out falling behind 6-0.
No, and I honestly, looking forward here, it's not when it's such a momentum-based game. Like you look at the score and you see that you're down 6-0. Oh, lovely. Love being on camera. I know I'm photo ready. I did my hair for this too. Hey guys, what's up? But you know, this was the momentum that Lucas needed after that first set. I mean, going from hitting 647 to under 100 in the first set
Huge
to the
drop.
second set, they need this momentum. This is the little runs and bunch. And with Meg Kiff on the end line, and she is a freshman, she's taking the opportunity to gain some confidence in herself on the end line where she's serving tough and in because she's been kind of spotty. She's been hit or miss. Is going to be super important for her.
So Lady Flames looking to regroup out of the timeout.
And it was in.
They'll set it up for Reagan. Now backside drifting, but making the play that time, Sydney Blackledge.
And the only thing that I can suggest they do, which is something that I picked up the more I was in college, get your serve of the ball as quickly as she can when she's on a service run like this. She's hot. She's warm. You have a lot of flow. You got a lot of rhythm. Give her the ball as quickly as you can. Get it back on the end line and get ready to serve.
Kapow!
So like right now, I'd be like, okay, get her back, serve. Everybody get set up, get ready. So within 10 seconds, she's ready to serve again.
I think maybe some girls are going to be gun shy now that Shelby just, injured a player with a big strike.
Yeah, I mean, when I think it was my junior year, I did that to some poor girl from Mansfield Senior, and I don't think I hit enough ball the rest of the match, just because like I first of all needed to work on hitting locations on the court, but I just felt really bad after what I did. Like when you're swinging that hard at a yummy, you're not thinking about another person. So when it does happen, you're just like you're excited about the kill, but then you're just like, oh my gosh, like I hurt you. I'm so sorry. Are you okay?
Hadley Kramer bringing a little bit of heat, fire to Mansfield Christian with that last point, but still down 8.
That's a great swing. Wow. Whew. I like that. You know, she had that double block. That was that cross-court shot that the libero is going to be playing to the – if you're looking at it and you're the libero, you're playing defense, they're going to be to the left of that blocker. She kind of went up and over them. That's a beautiful swing.
Saucy that time from Grover.
Double.
So the woes continue here for the Lady Flames. Already in a 10-point deficit. Chance at a free ball. I'm sure they'll set it up here for Shelby. Why not? And some finesse that time. And the ability to, constrain her body to just go straight up. She's running hard, but then just jump straight up and down. Not into the net. Huge.
I admire that people are able to do that.
Great body control, of course.
Oh, yeah. A lot of core strength to be able to do that. She was off center right. Where she was supposed to be.
We'll just call set to the time that Shelby Grover happened for Mansfield Christian.
The Shelby Grover show.
She's got almost every point here.
Yeah, I mean, I'll wait to report that until after because you know me, opening my big flapping mouth. Something will happen.
Well, you've definitely been opening your mouth, getting in a nice intake of Starburst here.
You know what? Judge away. It's the dinner of champions. I did go to the gym prior to, so it's canceling it out. In my mind, that's how that works. I probably consumed more than I worked out today in calories burned. That's okay.
Here's Grover again.
Great swing.
just dialed in right now. It's like she has GPS track finder. That one right on the back line. And I think, sadly, that there's probably a very healthy portion of Americans, myself included, that I work out to enjoy crappy food.
Oh, 100%. I know, like, if I'm going out on the weekend, and I like to try to do, like, 80% of my meals, I like meal prep or healthy, but there's sometimes, like, I'm at the point where I want to eat what I want to eat, and I want to eat when I want to eat it.
Yep.
Like yesterday, mine was boggled. The Chick-fil-A truck was at Lowe's.
Yep.
I was on my way to the gym, and you're like, Mackenzie, make a good decision. I went to the gym. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll get some. Nope, you're not getting it when you get out. Your girl loves Chick-fil-A. Oh, my God.
Now, did you go with the nugs or the sandwich?
Oh, I'm a sandwich girl, but I don't like pickles. Not a pickle girl, and then my mom looks at me like I'm crazy. But I didn't know this because my aunt made, like, the Chick-fil-A sandwich that she saw, like, on Pinterest or something.
Yeah.
And you soak the chicken in pickle juice, which I think is kind of fun. Like, I don't like pickles, but I think it's the best sandwich ever.
Interesting. Well, back to Starburst. So,
sorry, guys.
Just the regular packs. So
Yes.
You're one of those. You don't like the reds. I don't either. I think they're the worst flavor. But I think that universally that they're liked the most by most people.
Nope. I am an orange and pink girl. People think that I like the orange, that it's weird. No, those are the best kind. I said, oh, I'm not going to eat the red or the yellow, and I proceeded to eat all of them.
Yeah, I thought you were going to save me a couple of yellers.
Next time. There is always next time. I lack any sort of self-control.
Just off the top of the net, so it's out of bounds, and a break here for Mansfield Christian, and boy, do they need one. Just getting housed here in the second set. And it looks like there's a little bit of confusion with the rotation. And on record, we were told, Paige Stoddard told our producer, hey, if you want like a little dirty nugget, some inside scoop for the match, I'm really horrible at substitutions. I do an awful job.
It's okay. It happens.
Self-admitted.
And they served out, so I think that's okay.
Now, is that something – do you really think you can be bad at substitutions? Is that a big, valuable part of the sport?
It's a valuable part of the sport, but sometimes you're so caught up in what happens that people need to know. Like at the beginning of the season, you know. But if you have girls that don't normally go in, and you got to be like, okay, who'd you sub in for? You can only have one three-way sub, or you start to panic, and then you just like do things you would never normally do. Oh, misserves are contagious. Don't catch it. But no, you need to know who you're subbing in for, so that's on her girls. Like, if I tell you this is who you're subbing in for, you need to be watching and engaged in the game and know who you're going in for every time. Ooh, that's a great swing.
Wow, bringing the sizzle that time did Grover. One of her better swings on the night, and, I mean, we can put together a serious highlight reel just from the second set for her.
There's been a couple of them that have been some great volleyball athletic plays, and then there's been some where she's like, okay, I'm just going to go dominate on that ball now.
15-point lead here in the third for Lucas, who came unglued a little bit. We shared the numbers for you in that second set, where they were so dominant, almost perfect in the opening set, and then dropped off the map. So starting to gain and find some more of that quality play that they had on display in that first.
And you know what, everybody, and I will be the one to say this, like, everybody has their one match or their one set that you just kind of got to get out of your system. I understand that, but it can't be that bad. Like, the wheels cannot fall off from set one to set two like that. And, you know, Mick is kind of going all over the place. Let's keep her inside the pin a little bit. They're killing her a little bit. That's the ball that she needs. That's going to make her successful.
Yeah, great strike that time, but handled by Mansfield Christian.
I like the change in pace, the reversing of the flow right there.
I think we're seeing Strickler doing a pretty nice job setting some folks up. Good back and forth, but it ends with yet another Lady Cub point. Here's the junior Blackledge now.
It's a great dig. Good movement.
And never a bad idea to set up Grover. Tough position, though, for her that time.
I know. I think she was trying to dig and then was like, oh, God, it's coming back to me again.
Grover makes the decision to play it. Tough ball to
Woo!
judge.
Sneaking it over.
Very sneaky that time by the sophomore Boyer. Substitution rotation here now for the Cubs. Get Kalen Cofferty back in, the junior.
That was close. That was trickling over.
Good looking dig by Grover. Here's the freshman off the top of the net. Game time.
You know, when you consistently set her in the same place, you're giving her some momentum. So freshmen need a lot of consistency. So put her in a position where she's going to be successful and she's going to get kills. Don't give her balls that are trash. Give those to Grover, who can hit a ball out of the back row. Make Midkiff successful in those situations.
Another easy looking point for Lucas Cofferty this time. Fresh off the bench into the rotation and running away with this thing is Lucas. Thought you were about to make some origami over there with your Starburst wrappers.
I know. I didn't want to be that person that has all trash everywhere. So I'm trying to be better. Ooh, that was a tough serve.
Yeah, that one was flat out smoked. Great looking cheddar that time from Shoemaker. Jones rises. Back-to-back points now for MC. Just a little flick. Set it up backside.
Great swing for her. That's such a great swing. Swinging high. You kept her in her system. She didn't have to make some crazy athletic move. Those are the balls that Midkiff needs. That's going to make her successful. You're going to need her in 3 years, and those plays are what's going to build on that. Use that. Give it to Grover. I would in this. Yep, give it to her. Great dig.
Dug out by
Ooh,
Standridge, but the double hit. Ouch. Tough to tell on the replay. Set point here for the Cubs. Not going to get it this time. But they've got a couple more coming up. So nice push shot there for Jones, gets the point. Lucas looking to close out, set 2 here. The Mansfield Christian staying alive.
Sometimes you just got to let it creep over. Get those little points when you can. Try to build some momentum.
So all of a sudden, find a little wave and riding it here are the Lady Flames. This could be very beneficial for them heading into the 4th set.
Yeah, just kind of got to chip away. Remember, it's just 1 point at a time. You can't look at it any more than that.
They're going to find Grover at the net. Can't make the play.
No, it went over.
Oh.
It did.
Strange.
Yeah, I don't know what happened either.
Kind of a strange 3rd set all the way around, but it's dominated by Lucas. They're on top 2-1 when we return for set number 4.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. If you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
No, we're serious.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
Columbus, Ohio, get ready for the exciting gospel stage play, The Family Matters. It's coming to the historic Lincoln Theater on Friday, September 16th, featuring recording artist and Kingdom Image Award winner Mr. James Williams, along with an all-star cast of performers sure to keep you laughing and stir your soul with a theatrical performance unlike any other. Tickets are now available. Visit thefamilymatters.net for more information. It's The Family Matters, a musical stage play, Friday, September 16th. Be there.
Awful.
So it's a big third set there for the Lucas Cubs, who looked not so great in set number 2. And
Dude,
oh,
come
there's
on,
the evidence.
don't show
the dinner evidence of one Mackenzie Weaver.
Mom, if
That's
you're
your
watching
meal
this,
prep for today?
I didn't eat that. If you're watching that, Mom, I didn't eat that.
All of them. She even told me she was going to save me 2 yellows. Oh, I don't like these that much. Next thing I know, gone.
Getting called out. I love it. Oh, that's funny.
All right, so what happened there in that third set that was significantly better for Lucas that didn't happen in the second?
Okay, well, here is the hills and valleys of their hitting percentage. They go from hitting 600 to hitting not even above 100 to hitting 590 here in that set. I think kind of when Shelby Grover had that big kill, it kind of took Mansfield Christian off guard. They were already up about 6. They were on that 6-point run right at the beginning, but I think it kind of just shook them up for the rest of the match.
Sure.
And they were really kind of unsure of themselves, and I don't think Mansfield Christian knew how to respond. I think they're worried about their teammate, but they weren't able to respond there in set number 3.
So it could be a decisive set 4 here for the Lady Cubs. Looking to continue their gaudy regular season win streak against Mansfield Christian. 18 consecutive dubs for Lucas since they became mid-Buckeye Conference opponents. And they'll start off on the right foot here in set 4. And I like that they're putting the ball in the freshman's hands to start it off, just to get some confidence built up.
Yeah, not only that, but that's starting. When they put her in the first surface zone, that puts Shelby Grover in the first hitting rotation. So she would be in zone 4 while she's in zone 1. So that would keep her in the front row for the longest, this earliest here in the match, and that puts her head to head with Mansfield Christian's best hitters offensively.
Not a great serve that time, as it, of course, sails out of bounds. And Mansfield Christian got to eliminate those mistakes. They were able to at the end of the second set. They came back. They had a big win, 26-24. And it was all Lucas in the last set.
Hey, she's finally in that husband-wife scene. That's good. Been waiting her to get there since set 2.
Stamridge falling back, still makes a great play with the point. Love the athleticism. Both Reagan and Shelby have been dynamite for their clubs tonight.
And they're going head-to-head. Again, I have to remind people, you have certain roles on your team, like Grover carries a little bit bigger load, and for Mansfield Christian, it's obvious who carries their load. So you got to have those support people. So who are your support people that are going to have a good night tonight, that usually just have like 2 or 3 kills and a couple digs? Let's see if they can double their kills and double their digs on the night.
Kind of a similar looking play for Stamridge, though this time it's into the nets and a chance to cycle in a couple new players here for Lucas. Abigail Smith, Maddie Boyer, about to be in. And some discussion about the substitution pattern now for Mansfield Christian as they got a new player into the lineup. They were going to have Brooklyn Peterson.
I think Lucas is just relieved that it wasn't them called on an illegal sub or any substitution things. Like, I know who I'm going in for now. They're not panicked. Oh, look at them keeping stats. What queens? They have no idea that
They're up on camera.
They have no idea.
Look, I see some healthy snacking going on over there as well, Mackenzie. A nice sucker.
Oh, I love a sucker. My mom used to call those shut-up sticks. When we go to any high school sporting event, we have a shut-up stick in hand. This is what we do. A good old Tootsie Pop sucker, orange preferably, but the red ones are good too.
So always back up in case of emergency.
The red
Somebody
one.
is, talking a little bit too much.
Yeah. And, of course, when we play baseball, we just get sent to center field because nobody can hear us in center field.
That one kind of to shallow center that time, and it works out. Mansfield Christian with the point. Back to square here at 3 apiece. And it gets the serve with Jones, who rockets one, but into the net. Grover's been great so far with her limited opportunities on the serve. They'll set it up for the freshman. Now Reagan back at him. Good
And they're
looking swing.
finally in that 1-6 seam. That's where she's been hitting and been successful all day. Yep, that's where she's swinging, and they finally got in there. Ugh.
So you think perhaps adjusting to Reagan's strategy?
Yeah, that's where she's been swinging. And, hey, if you just step into that seam, she's got to hit somewhere else, and it's going to be a more off speed.
They're going to call a double hit here against the Cubs. Lady Flames on top, 5-4. They have so rarely been out in front here tonight. When they won the second set 26-24, they trailed for most. Now from the middle off the block.
She's got to go up high on that. I don't know why she's going down low to pass that ball. Just go and send that ball over with 2 hands.
So a pretty good rally ends right there with Mansfield Christian extending their cushion out to 2. Nice diving play that time by Smith to keep it alive. Great looking point that time by Maddie Boyer into the double block. That one's going to carry him off of the antenna out of bounds.
I just think there's not a lot of consistency. Everything's kind of stop and go, stop and go. It's very kind of like you're in stop and go traffic on football Saturday down at Columbus. That's kind of what I'm feeling right now.
The worst. I was in Columbus traffic yesterday.
It's just awful.
Oh my gosh. I had 10 miles to go to get to my destination, and it took me 45 minutes.
Ew, that's... Bleh.
Don't have those
Ooh,
problems.
great touch.
Wow.
This is a big momentum point here. Good block. Walks a dump here. That was might have been a back row attack.
And it's off of the outstretched arms and down for a Lucas point. It's a big one.
I think what bothers me, and back to traffic, it's that the on-off ramps are so close together. And in Cleveland, my brother lives in Cleveland, it's so easy to get on and off everything. There's more lanes. No one's driving like they're possessed. Everyone's courteous. Columbus drivers stress me out. That's a big swing. That's a big swing for a big girl. I like that.
Yeah, direct hit that time. Perfect placement. Check out Midkiff.
Yeah, good little spot right at the end line, aiming for the last 5 feet.
Well, I think the problem really in Columbus, Mackenzie, is that there's triple the amount of people as Cleveland. It's way bigger city.
Yeah, it's just not my vibe. Cleveland, I think, is more my vibe.
I can get down with that. I like that the lake's there and that cuts off like a lot of making wrong decisions or going a wrong place. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
it just seems a lot easier to navigate.
Yeah, and that my brother lives in Berea, and where he lives, it's like it's also convenient. Anytime I need to go anywhere, he's like 5 minutes from the airport. He's like the perfect. I'm like, hello, chauffeur. Come get me at the airport, please.
Sure. And I'm sure Matt loves that, doesn't he?
Oh, he loves it. He just like get in the car. Ooh, big swing.
Oh, Jones laying out, keeps it alive. Nice dig. Midkiff, not this time. Little too much sriracha on that one, and we're back to even. Great back and forth action going in this set. It hasn't been pretty, but it's been competitive.
It has not been pretty, but it has been competitive.
Rayburn looking for back-to-back service points. Lucas.
Okay, good little 4-to-4 cut. That was in. That was a good call. That was in. No, it was in.
Watching Coach Sauter now, I can't unknow what she told our producer. Watching her sub sometimes, she gets a little frazzled. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, and honestly, I can relate to that because oh God bless my heart. When I coached club, I had 12. The kids at Shelby that are, I want to say they're sophomores. They're sophomores or no, they're sophomores. The sophomores there that are now, I had them when they were like 11, and there was 12 of them, okay?
Okay.
And I had 2 Julias. And bless my heart, it was my first club tournament I've ever coached in my life, and we ended up losing. But my mom was my assistant coach, and she subbed in the wrong Julia, so I look at her, and I'm looking. There's a picture of us I'll have to show you. And I'm screaming, I'm like, Mom, that was the wrong Julia. And I like started crying because you have to, when you have a lot of kids on the bench and you have to make subs, because when they're little, they all have to play, you get so stressed, and then you're like, no, you go. Wait, no, that's our, and you just get so frazzled. So I made them learn, like, you need to know who you're going in for. You're going to have to know when you're 15. You're going to learn it when you're 11. Know who you're going in for. That's the only person you go in for. It was funny.
Now, are you required to rotate in players, or could you just go with the same 6?
Well, we had a rule that they had to play like a certain amount because they were so little. They had to play so much percentage of the pool play. But I made it very clear. And this is not me being like, if a guy said this, they wouldn't be considered too competitive. But like a girl, like we play to win. Like I wanted my kids to have like a tournament championship. So I said, when it's tournament play, my best play. And if you don't like it, then take your kid and go somewhere else, because like you're going to have to learn to be competitive. You don't do that with your sons, so why do you do that with your daughters? You got to make them competitive too. And my parents got that. They were normal, thank God. I think I got really lucky that I had normal parents, but that can be a thing sometimes. Yes, you got to get them playing time, but when you want to win, you got to put your best in and let them play.
I know both of your parents. I love that they're categorized as normal, and
yeah,
for the most part, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
When I hear normal, I'm like, they didn't complain. And I said, when your kid goes home and they lose, don't tell them good job. Say, you know what, you didn't play that great. That's okay. We're going to get better tomorrow. It's okay. It's all right. You don't have to yell and scream at them. Just say, you didn't play great. That's all right. You got to go to practice tomorrow and get better.
I always knew when I didn't perform up to my father's standards, there would be no music in the car.
There would be no music in the car. Oh, yeah. I've experienced that a time or two in the Weaver girl household. It's a fun time. Especially going home with that. I love my mother, but I was a pain. I apologize in advance of how horrific I could be sometimes. Looking back now, if I ever have a daughter, God's going to curse me with a mini-me. Bless my soul when that day comes.
I mean, it's been a very topsy-turvy 4th set going on here. So back and forth. Oh, Reagan punched that over. Explain this one to me, Mackenzie. What was wrong?
What do you do?
I don't know.
Lift? Yeah, so she went with her hand underneath the ball. If she would have had a closed fist, it would have been okay, but probably because her hand was open, she probably went with her heel because she went up. If she would have, like, punched it instead of using her open hand, it wouldn't have probably been called a lift.
Okay. So kind of a key point there for Lucas as it pulls them within one. They've been trailing here in the middle portion of this fourth set. Nobody's been able to seize control or put a run in bunches together. It's been kind of 2 points here, 2 points there, back and forth, and that's a big one for Stanbridge.
It's just, hey, if it just trickles over, it trickles over. Just get your points where they come. That's a great in-system pass. Oh.
Largest lead here for the Lady Flames in any set at any point. So it's going to force the hands here of Coach Sauter. Wants to talk things over with her squad. And I got to admit, even though, as we mentioned, you know, it hasn't been the most gorgeous play out here, I'm impressed with Mansfield Christian's ability to bounce back. I mean, they got slaughtered in the third set. They did not play well. They had a lot of things go against them. They didn't have very many good hits, a lot of unforced errors. And now they're competing again. So, you know, you never want to check out at any time because you just don't know what high school girls are capable of at a given time. And here they are rallying back.
Yeah, and, you know, you can never expect the team just to roll over and die. That's not the mentality to have. They're going to come back. They're going to be better. Their game plan's going to be different. They're going to adjust. And you have to adjust along with that. And, you know, I think when we get away from that first ball contact and the serve and things aren't precise and they're not crisp and they're not clean when you have the opportunity to do that, yeah, like volleyball's not going to be perfect. Not every ball's going to be set perfect. But when it is and it's in system, you got to put it away. And you got to gain that momentum. You got to gain the flow and the rhythm. I think that there's no flow on either side of the court. They're just hitting and it's going in and they're like, okay, okay, next ball. And it's very frantic. I think that everybody needs to take a big, deep breath. Establish what they need to do with that first ball contact.
Kind of a sporadic start here to this point. Now from the middle. So I think just barely touched there by Lucas. Continues the run by Mansfield Christian, but Jones into the net. Tough side out.
That's their fourth serve. This is their fourth missed serve this set. And it's just they've both been giving it back and forth to each other.
Oh, Coach Sauter, I mean, take a look.
I like the energy.
Maybe you could pick up some of that audio here on our microphones. We're pretty
I
close
hope so.
by.
I like that.
We don't do too many replays of coaches talking to the kids, but I think that was worthy.
No, absolutely. I mean, if anybody's watching that, it's what you do. That is what you're not just building athletes, you're building young ladies, and you have to know where you are. And in life, sometimes, okay, what am I supposed to be doing? What are my responsibilities as a human being? Hold people accountable. It's not going to be pretty all the time, but you got to find your way to work out of it. So there's life skills and living skills that you got to hold yourself accountable, and that's you got to know where you are on the court. That's kind of like know where your class is at and make sure your homework gets done.
Another big swing and a point for Reagan. Lady Flames playing inspired here in this fourth. Maybe they're trying to get it done for their freshman Adele Kramer, who went out there in the last set. Got a little bit rocked. That was a nifty, crafty play there by Abigail. Sets it up now for the freshman. Jones, push.
It's a good move.
Grover's been pretty solid on that back line here, going against some of Reagan's big swings.
Big swing for a freshman. I like that.
My, oh my, this is probably her most devastating strike of the night.
And you know what? And if we go back and look at that play on the replay as we did, it was 3 to 5 feet off the net. It was set inside of the antenna, and that's what she needs. You got to feed her balls like that because that's going to make her more successful in the long run. Don't give her those crappy balls because she can't handle it. And it's not nothing against her. She's just young. I like to equate it as you don't give a doctor heart brain surgery their first day out. You start it with something little. Let them hold the scalpel. Let them hold the lights. Let them make a suture. That's how they get better. By the time and you're developing and they're working and they're watching and they're learning from their upperclassmen, and they're able to make better decisions.
Fair point. Jones with a good-looking dig that time. But that will end the rally as it's out of play from Kramer. And it gives Lucas a chance to rotate in Strickler, the senior, get her the rock here at the service line, trailing by 3. Have not seen the Lady Cubs have any nice runs here in this fourth set.
That was long.
Back-to-back points.
Ooh. And this is where the wheels fall off here. So like, this is, you cannot go away from, if you're Mansfield Christian, what you've been doing so well the entire match. You had that first ball contact, and you're just making the play. Don't try to be the hero. Do your responsibility. Make the play.
Set it up nicely.
Fred swing. Aggressive swing. Going for that cross court.
And Midkiff earns one right there.
Pulling down a little bit on the swing, but she's working and swinging high, but I think that she wants it so bad that she's dropping her elbow at the last second, so it's hitting the tape. But again, that's the right thing to do. It's the right swing. As long as she keeps that elbow high, she's going to be good. It's really deep.
3 straight points now for the Lady Cubs. Trying to get all back to square.
There you go.
With Midkiff again coming through with some sauce.
And you know, that's, I will say this until I'm blue in the face, 3 to 5 feet off the net. Inside the antenna. Not every ball is going to be perfect. An outside hitter, I'm not saying that your setter needs to set a perfect ball every time, but when you have a freshman and she's in system, that's the ball that you're going to give her to make her more successful. This is her coming into her own, and then she's able to see all the different shots on the court. Oh, play it. Oh, almost. That was a good effort play. I like that. Now look at them. Everybody's hitting hands. Everybody's talking. When you go 3 for 3 on kills in that last little rally, that gives her confidence to go back to the serve reception. And she's going to want the ball. And the side's like, okay, maybe if this is a good pass, I can feed her. Which she's going to, which is good. I like that. Okay, don't panic. Okay, they're still in system here. I would give it to, that's a good swing for her. There she goes. People should just listen. That's her bread and butter right now. Let her keep swinging. And that's a big block to swing into. Those are some big, tall hands.
Yeah,
she's just going for it, and that's going to make her more successful in the postseason.
This has been the best stretch here in this fourth set for Lucas.
And it's nice to see that Midkiff has been so successful in the front row, because then it takes a little bit of pressure off Shelby Grover in the back row to make that decision, to make that call. Because you can give it to her in the back row, you can give it to her in the front row, but if you have somebody to take the pressure off a little bit, you're not so stressed out all the time. You're not trying to be perfect. You're not trying to hit that ball straight down and try to get the play over quickly. You have somebody else you can depend on.
6 serve that time, right where it needed to be.
And she doesn't have a timeout to burn.
So the senior pulls an ace out of her sleeve.
Lucky break.
Oh, but not that time. Big point coming up for both sides here.
Ooh, my goodness.
Back-to-back service errors. Now for Mansfield Christian, just 2 points away from forcing a decisive 5th set. have not beat Lucas since 2012, folks. Grover trying to make sure that that's not the case here in the Cub Cave.
And, you know, I don't know what their schedule looks like for the weekend, but I really wouldn't want to have to go 4 and then 5. You have a Friday, you have practice, which is usually like your rest recovery day. You want to be able to look at a little bit of film. So if you have that game on Saturday morning, that you're up and you're ready to go.
Oh, well, I'm so glad that you asked, Mackenzie, because upcoming for Lucas.
Tell me.
They've got 2 matches on Saturday.
Ooh, they have a try?
Not sure exactly where they're headed. I think it might be at Western Reserve, but I know that they're playing the Rough Riders, and then they've got Sandusky as well. So
like Blue Streak Sandusky?
Blue Streak
like
Sandusky.
Okay, that's how I differentiate. There's too many. It's like all at Columbus, Yule, and Tangies. Like, which one?
Want to thank you, all these sponsors, of course, for helping bring you live and free coverage here on the OH Report, including Park National Bank, Mechanics Bank, and Ohio Valley Manufacturing. Without them, we would not be here tonight, serving up some quality volleyball for your eyes to feast on. And we have got a very interesting 4th set going down here. It's been back and forth the whole time.
That's a good adjective. Interesting. Perfect adjective.
Who will come away with this one? Will we see a 5th?
About to find out here in a second. That's a great dig. She had like perfect body form. Ooh. Ooh. And I don't want to see Mansfield Christian go away from this. Do not play scared. So she jumped and was very timid. That's where you're going to make an error. Get outside. You've been hitting and swinging all night. Don't stop now. Don't pull away from what you've worked so hard for all night. Hit to win. Like, jump and hit that ball. Don't be scared, because that's where you're going to make an error.
And now Grover from her sweet spot. She loves
and
this left side.
And she's not shying away either. This is going to come over short.
You know, they're looking for Grover. Actually, they're going to go backside this time, and not even close from Boyer. So really shocked they didn't try to set up Shelby.
I know. I think that they're trying to reverse the flow there, but honestly, at this point in time, give it to your girl. It's going to get the job done. She's your closer. Normally, I wouldn't say that, but give her the ball.
Here she is.
Yeah, let her keep swinging.
Back to square, 24 each.
Sometimes, and I know I said you got to distribute the wealth, don't reinvent the wheel. Sometimes just when you want to get it done and you need to get it done quickly, give it to her. That's her responsibility. You've given her that role and that title. Don't shy away from it now.
The All-Ohioans got the ball in her hands, looking to close out the match.
Big block by the freshman. Maya Midkiff was all ball on that. I love that for her. Whoa, I love that.
She dug deep on that swing.
I love this energy from her. That first block that she had, not only was that great swing, her block setup's great. Her head is low, and she had all ball right there. Wow. She's having a great 4th set. I mean, she's played well, but 4th set, she's kind of coming into her own.
Not a good touch that time from Carmen. She knew it. And here's another look. Just barely reached out on it. I think she was trying to decipher, did it just get touched by one of my friends in front of me? And I mean, it's a bang play. It's tough call.
Oh, give her the ball. That could have been a call to double, but I think he's letting it play on. Let the kids decide the game.
Grover's been on that one here in this 4th set.
And you got to be. That's the ball that she's hitting. You might as well be there. Make her hit a different way off speed. Okay. Okay. Ooh, sweet spirits. Okay, this is not the time to panic. Whoa.
I'm not panicking. You're panicking.
I'm sitting here like going like this. I can't even keep myself like I'm breathing really fast. I don't like this feeling.
Wow, huge point right there. Either way, but it goes in favor of the Cubs. Match point right here.
Ooh.
Had a yummy ball served up, didn't capitalize.
Give it to her. Give it to her. They're trying to go 5. They're trying.
Nice back and forth rally going. Dug out by Shelby. Midkiff with the swing.
And hey, just keep swinging. That's all you got to do. Play to win here.
Another
jump and swing. I like it. I like that she's staying aggressive. Don't go away from it. Come on, put it away. This is your opportunity here.
Nobody wants to make a mistake
No,
here.
nobody wants to make an error. And you got to swing because you know what? If you don't, that's what's going to happen.
Abigail Smith just let it go, and it finds the planks.
So, hey, all they need is a side out and push one. This is okay. Do not play scared. Do not play timid.
We've had a lot of big plays tonight, Mackenzie. 176 replays we've showed tonight.
Big, yeah. Mechanics is getting their replay worth their bang for their buck here.
Oh, yeah. They're filling up the vault with this one right here. So timeout taken by Mansfield Christian.
That's a good timeout. Very good timeout to take.
This has been, I think you're right, interesting is
interesting.
A very good word for this fourth.
Yeah, interesting, nerve-wracking, can't think of another word because I'm trying to find my words because I'm like, scatterbrained. I feel like everyone's like panicked, but then they're not panicked, but they're timid, but they're not timid. Don't be scared to make an error. If I mean anything, like, yes, I want you to play smart, but you got to go for it. You got to be aggressive because then you will learn, okay, if I make an aggressive error, it's better than making like a really timid or weak error.
Side out, Blackledge comes through with the point here for Lucas. And they're going to rotate in the senior Strickler to try to close things out inside the Cub Cave. Looking for 19 straight over Mansfield Christian.
Oh, that is real deep. Oh, somebody touch it. Somebody touch it.
Grover frustrated with herself, wasn't able to carry him up towards a teammate. And back and forth we go here. 27 each.
Oh, good cut.
Yeah, good looking hit by Cofferty, but it's handled by MC.
There you go. Give her the ball. Every ball she's had, I mean, it's going for a kill. She has great vision, and when you're hitting like this and you're hitting well, everything's a kill for you. You feel rhythm. You're seeing the court really well. It's kind of untouchable at this point. Let's just go back and do your job, put your serve in.
It's the third opportunity Lucas has had serving for the match. Have not been able to
great
close it
serve.
out.
That's a great set. Wow.
Now look at it to Grover in the middle. Can't ice him just yet.
It's a great pass. Give it to her. That's going to be tight.
Into the net. Lucas hangs on 29.
She was in the net. She was in the net.
27. And that's a tough way for that fourth to end, but almost very fitting.
Oh my gosh. I just got to take a breath.
So Lucas, a winner tonight. 3-1 over Mansfield Christian. As mentioned, they have not lost against this team since 2012. That streak will continue. And I think that young lady right there, number 5, going to be our MVP. So stick with us. We'll be back with some thoughts, analysis, and an interview with our player of the match all on the other side.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. And if you car dance to this song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
Columbus, Ohio, get ready for the exciting gospel stage play, The Family Matters. It's coming to the historic Lincoln Theater on Friday, September 16th, featuring recording artist and Kingdom Image Award winner Mr. James Williams, along with an all-star cast of performers sure to keep you laughing and stir your soul with a theatrical performance unlike any other. Tickets are now available. Visit thefamilymatters.net for more information. It's The Family Matters, a musical stage play, Friday, September 16th. Be there.
Back now with our Park National Bank Player of the Game, and we've got a freshman joining us tonight, Maya Midkiff, coming through with 13 big kills and a victory tonight, and you were really the most inspired player in my opinion, and Mackenzie agreed too in set number 4. Tell me about the energy that you were playing with, really helping lead you guys to the 29-27 win there.
I think our energy improved a lot from the first couple sets. The third set we were down so bad, and then the fourth set we got up a lot.
So for you as a freshman making an impact, you're the only one on the varsity roster here for Lucas. Talk to me about your ascension and getting up to this level and being able to not just play, but be a big-time performer.
It took some really hard work over these past couple years. I've been playing club ball, and that's really helped me improve a lot. So.
You guys knock off Mansfield Christian tonight to take sole possession of second place in the Mid-Buckeye Conference, so this was a huge one for you. How important was it to stay just one game back of Loudonville, who's kind of been treading their way through the competition so far?
I'm pretty proud of us for at least hanging in there.
And then tell me about some of your kill shots tonight. I mean, you're not very tall. How tall are you?
I'm only 5'6", 5'5.5".
So you were able to elevate pretty high. Just describe to me your ability to hang in the air, and you were picking your shots, and there in the fourth set, you were really delivering some laser beams.
I don't know. Whenever I'm in the air, I just kind of hang there and wait to see where I'm going to cut the ball. So,
is that an ability that Miss Grover, Shelby, has been able to maybe coach you along with?
Yeah, she's helped me cut the ball a lot.
So for you guys moving forward here into the weekend, I know that you're going into a try match. You know, this is a tough 4-set one. Just how much confidence do you think this gives you now, winners of 3 straight?
I think this gives us a lot of confidence to go into the weekend because we got 2 straight wins, and then we're going to go in and hopefully win again.
So we're basically like at the midway point here of the volleyball season. For you, through your eyes, what needs to improve with Lucas to take one more step? That way you guys know that you're improving and getting a little bit better as you get closer to tournament.
I think we need to improve on, like, communication and, like, whose ball is whose, because there's some of them that just drop that nobody's talking on. So.
All right, well, hey, you were a standout tonight, Maya. We appreciate you joining us. And if you want to look into that camera and give some love, a shout-out to anybody who might be watching, go for it.
I don't know who will be watching. Oh, my sister will be watching. Hey, Brittany.
All right, so what's up to Sister Brittany? Hey, Maya Midkiff, our Park National Bank MVP, thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you.
All right, and the interviews don't stop just yet. Even though your time is done. Yeah, you can go ahead and head into the locker room, Maya. Thank you. But we've got a special guest here. Paige Sauter jumping on the mic with me. And, Coach, tell me about the match here tonight. A lot of peaks and valleys, it seemed like, for your ladies. But you got it done in the 4th set. So what's your overall impression of how things went down and your evaluation of how you got the win?
Sure. So the first thing about tonight is that, you know, we've had a senior out all season, Brianna Osborne, and today was her first time to, you know, be able to be on the court. Special that it's in the Cub Cave. It's special that it's a conference match, and she came out and did great things. So we had a different rotation in the first set, moving into the second and third, and, you know, we really showed our youth there, out of rotation and subbing differently. So really, I come in every night and just ask them to be 2% better every day. And, you know, those valleys and those hills are something that we talk about probably every single night in the gym.
Now, you guys allowed Mansfield Christian to overtake you in the second set. You had the lead, and then they win 26-24. What, if you can explain to us in PG fashion, did you explain to your girls in that break?
In between games, I explained to them that that second set was probably the worst set we've played since Summer League. And I was just really disappointed in the fact that, you know, when it gets tough, we sometimes back down instead of stepping up. And, again, we are very youthful right now. You know, I have 2 seniors on my bench, and I have sophomores and freshmen stepping up, so I'm proud of them for that. And so, you know, facing this adversity really is going to make us a better team come postseason.
Give me some of your perspective from the bench about Maya Midkiff and what she's bringing to the equation, because from the beginning of the season till now, she looks like a much different player.
Oh, absolutely. And so what you're seeing now is what we saw in practices with Maya Midkiff. So, you know, we kind of just threw her to the wolves. She came in, she started on August 2nd, and I said, okay, you're with me, you know, come practice with me, come make us a better team. And again, you know, knowing that I had Brianna Osborne, who's a huge player for me, out, I had a void to fill. And Maya really stepped up. And again, nobody's going to replace Brianna Osborne, but she did her job in stepping in and being a good player, a key player for us in my offense. So, and really she's just grown a lot. She's on fire. I'm telling you, that was probably the best 13 kills of her whole career, the whole season. And so I'm really looking forward to her getting better each game, and I think she'll just go off in that postseason. And really, once we're healthy, we'll be a completely different team.
Well, you guys have certainly been healthy against Mansfield Christian for a long time.
Yes.
Our trivia question tonight.
Okay.
Do you know when the last time the Flames actually beat Lucas was?
Well, no. I'm going to say maybe 2014.
That's pretty close.
15?
Not as close.
13.
Warmer.
12.
12.
Okay, so I knew it was when I was in high school, so that's all I knew.
Yeah, almost 10 years ago to the day. So that's a pretty impressive streak that you guys have had against Mansfield Christian. So congratulations on not being the team that allowed that to end. And, hey, big win here tonight. We're looking forward to seeing you guys continue to grow and progress for the rest of the season. And good luck on Saturday.
Thank you so much. Have a great evening.
You too. All right, so Paige Sauter and the Lady Cubs improving to 8-4. And there's Mackenzie waiting in the wings. We're going to bring her back. She probably went and found some snacks at the concessions.
Calling me out today. I get it. I see how it is.
A girl's got to eat, Kenzie.
Absolutely.
All right, we're going to give you kind of like some wrap-up comments here. Let's just start with one team at a time.
Okay.
All right, so Mansfield Christian, they fought, they battled, they don't get it done, but that's been something that they haven't been able to overcome here for a long time against Lucas. Just what do you think about the Flames team and what they were able to do specifically in this match.
You know, again, they didn't come up with a win, but I saw some really great things tonight. Their intensity, their hustle, they really were great teammates to one another. They did a great job. They worked extremely hard tonight, and, you know, you don't always get the win, but I would take this. There were little wins that they had within the match. Serving aggressively towards the end, being offensive and still swinging. Even if making an error, they made the correct aggressive volleyball error, which I would be okay with.
And then for Lucas, just what do you think about them getting the win, 3 straight for them, and then having a freshman? She's starting to blossom a little bit with, as Coach said, they have a couple of seniors that are out with injuries, and it's opened up a spot for her, and she's taken advantage.
I know she's done a great job tonight. When you put a freshman, specifically when she's hitting on the outside, in a position where she's going to be successful, that's 3 to 5 feet off the net. That's giving her in-system free balls, and then allowing her to expand her role as the match goes on when she establishes rhythm. That's going to be super important. And moving forward, what I think that they really need to be looking into is their first ball contact always needs to improve, as always, and a little bit better on the service end. I think they kind of let themselves get away with it. Either they're serving too easy, giving them lollipops, or they're not serving hard enough at all.
All right, Mackenzie, last word here. We're kind of at the midway point in the season, so if you're a coach, go ahead and throw that on because you are one. For both of these teams, what is one thing that you want to work on for both sides? And then we'll call it good.
Okay. As always, serve reception. Serve reception can always be better. You cannot run an effective offense, and your Shelby Grovers of the world cannot hit until you establish your offense and you establish your middle hitter. Okay. You pull the middles, you hold them, you establish them, and then from there you can run your offense pretty much any way you want to.
All right, there it is. Tips from the pro, Mackenzie Weaver, dropping some bomb nuggets on you, as she does as always. Let's take a look at what we got going on here on the OH Report tomorrow. Live and free football all over the place. And look at some of those matchups, Mackenzie. We got some good ones. We got Galleon at Clear Fork. The Tigers starting to get hot. The Colts, the odds-on favorite, we think, to win the conference. Then we've got Mogador coming here to Lucas, and that's right, they're going to be back on their home surface after that, I want to say an unfortunate tragedy happened with someone coming out and spinning some donuts. So we're actually going to be making a donation to the school tomorrow at halftime with Coach Eisman. Very excited for that game. Danville and Northmore, a really fun KMAC rivalry, and Northmore still undefeated on the season. Can they stay that way? Ashland,
we'll find out.
3rd straight at home against Mount Vernon, so some OCC action there. And then we actually are not going to be doing Mohawk at Winford. We are changing that game in favor of a better game. Colonel Crawford, still undefeated. They're going on the road to take on Seneca East, who is 3-1.
Good game.
And then a couple of highlights. Harding and Shelby are playing, and then Ontario and River Valley. If you had to just pick one of these games, what do you like best?
I like the Galleon Clear Fork because I know that Galleon has overcome so much, and you really want to support that community as they're grieving and whatever they are going through, and just support them because anything at this point is a win. The fact that the boys are able to step out on the field together, united, is huge and massive, and I think it doesn't matter where you come from. I mean, I lived kind of that way at one point, so you really want to support the community in any way that you can. Thoughts and prayers are with them always. But because I'm student teaching right now at Ontario, never thought I would say this a day in my life. I hope they play. Let's not talk about it, I know. And then my Shell Billies, my boys. A lot of them are juniors and seniors now that I had when I had them in study hall. They were my boys. So hopefully they play well. And if not, I will send them a text like, hey, you probably shouldn't drop that pass in the end zone. Not a good look for you. And I do that on occasion. They don't like it, but it humbles them, as always.
You got to keep people in the know when they need to know.
Always. They check me more than I check them, so they can't even give me that. They check me they'll like stump me. I'm like, you know what, I have no response to that. But when I check them, they do take it, which is good.
It's a two-way street, and there's only about 2 streets here in Lucas when we head out of town. We're going to find one of them. But hey, one last shout out to our amazing sponsors, Mechanics Bank, always on top of our Richland County coverage. So thank you so much to Christy Lord and their entire staff over there. Park National Bank as well. They are everywhere now, rebranded all under one name at Park. And Ohio Valley Manufacturing, they are hiring for some great paying jobs, guys. They've got excellent benefits. Check out their website for more details. That's going to do it from the Lucas Cub Cave tonight. 4-set winner for the Lady Cubs, but they certainly had to earn it tonight against the very game Mansfield Christian team who pushed them to the brink, winning that second set, and then we needed extras, 29-27 here in the 4th. For all of our generous sponsors and our incredible team at the OH Report, including our director Adam Thompson, our camera guy Garret, Parlett, and Mackenzie Weaver, I'm Brian Skoronsky saying thank you for watching and so long from the Lucas Valley.